Glad you can make it. I don't know if I have, but I'm here anyway. Let's just start with words of wisdom for today. Here's the deal. A long time ago, I was over in Berkeley. I mean, this is ages ago, and I saw this bumper sticker, and I'm sure it's been around for eons. Eons. And it goes like this. And I think if there was ever a good time to kill your TV, it's right now. Woo! Stay away from that tube. Except for YouTube. That's mine. Okay, a little sidebar here. I have supposedly an earthbound relative that showed up. Not sure if it's this planet or another, but along with our the chanteuse camera lady, Nancy Lee, we also have a transplant from Texas visiting us, and her name is Patty, and she's my cousin. Hey, Peanut Gallery.
Hey.
There you go. Okay, enough of that. Hey, I just want you to know that I know my place in the universe, and I'm just an infinitesimal speck in the greater cosmos, baby. My solace that I get comes from unloading my woes with that rock and roll Perfumed Gardens therapy lesson for today. So let's get this grooving session going. So glad to see you here at that same garden time and that same garden channel. So whoosh, I warmly welcome you to the return to the Perfumed Gardens with me, your big note guru, Rik Strange. Now, let's just open the ancient book of psychosonic trippin' tuneskis. Hey, a little dusty there. And we're going to go, let's see here, we're going to go to the chapter, we're going to start with a band called Fever Tree. Now, it says here that everybody knows about the first album, and they do, and I do, and this is really cool. Anyway, who cares? This is about their second LP, and I happened to find this one in another out-of-the-way place for cheapo, which was really good. And the second one from '68 was called Another Time in Another Place. But this time the music is a bit more on the heavier side than numero uno, which was a little bit lighter. It was still psyche, as you know, but this is more... I don't know, how should I say? It's more slower, more introspective lyrically. I just enjoy that turn of phrase. Anyway, let's just cut the static and dial into Don't Come Crying to Me and get out your hanky. Look, here's my hanky. So there you have it. Okay, well,
Get on with it.
okay, let's get on with it. Now. Well, that's a far jump from their first LP, I'd say, and I do, as always. Let's look at it. This is the frontis of the coverus. And this is a gatefold. Oh, wow, that is just so far out, I'm telling you. You can't read any of the language in here. I never can. It's, it's a little raggedy, but hey, for $1, what do you want? Let's talk about this for a second now. I'd say it's a good one here. Not what I would have expected for a follow-up to the first one, which was stellar, but that heavy organ and blues-driven sound ruckus that they put out moves me nonetheless. Oh, not bad for Creighton for $1 through someone's garage sale. And those are always scary events. I mean, this wasn't used as a placemat for their dinner. It was actually in pretty fair shape for $1. Hey, come on, give me a break. So, sally forth and chase the crate. That's what I always say. So, on to the next tab of enlightenment. Now, this, gardeners, we are being called to play is a band called The Love Exchange. Yeah, I can remember a place called The Exchange, but we won't go there. Lifting off from LA in late 66 and early 67, LA down there on the Sunset Strip in SoCal.
So what's our point? Marco! Hold up!
That's my point is never mind! Who cares? Leasing. Too much coffee once again. Releasing a local favorite, 45, called Swallow the Sun. That must have been a hot number. Ah! God, I can't stand it! Oh, I'm sure you can't either. So let's move on. They released that in 67, and it was a hitski, and it was followed by an LP in 68 just called Love Exchange. Let's see, the tuner that we will sample is a brain shadow, I should say, called Meadow Memory. Ooh. So let's get our noggins in a satisfactory, happy place, and I'll fluoridate the fizz water when you return!
As I walked hand in hand with you through the meadows of my dreamland, we watched the sunset in the haze as the evening smiled to me. Our heads were loaded with the fragrance of our love as we walked. We stopped and tuned our minds to one on the far-flung green satin quilt. We laid ourselves upon our quilt and saw the clouds in ecstasy. I closed my eyes and the sunrise made a light show inside my head. You touch my hand and I awaken. You are with me, not in a dream. I love you now as I loved you in the meadows of my dreamland.
I'm saturating my chakras with that organ guitar drifty psyche blandorama. Here's the record. This is obviously an reissue. I've never seen, well, I personally haven't ever seen, and the Love Exchange has got like a sexy, non-R-rated, kissy-facey thing. Those are weirdness there. Anyway, I haven't seen an original copy. I'm sure they're out there for $1 zillion, but I only have half a zillion to buy, so we just forget that. Anyway, this cast of characters is, the band, is backing a 16-year-old chanteuse named Bonnie Blunt. Bonnie Blunt. Interesting. Blunt. I know what a blunt is, but that isn't her. Enough said. Okay, they mostly haunted the clubs on the Sunset Strip like Pandora's and Beto Lido's back in the day. You know, they even made the scene at a few of the smaller festivals that were going on, but as would be, you know, they had enough and they split right after playing they played at the Newport Pop Festival in '69, which was a very cool place. They had a massive lineup. Anyway, what can I say? They say, you want the spice? You roll the dice. Too bad, so sad. Thanks for the memories. You know, it's not a pop psycher, but I would call it a flower power punch-up, you know. I'm not much on pop psych. It's got its place, mostly in the back of the bin. But that being said, this is a good record. I would say it's a nice one to get, and it's reasonable. Okay, strutting their stuff next is a transplant from Oregon. Oregon, that's a
Just
spice.
Oregon.
Well, you know, it's where you put that umlaut on the O. Anyway, they're from that state, and they came out in '66. They landed in San Francisco. I wonder why. These Mount Hood escapees were the new Tweety Brothers. You know, like as in Tweety Pie, but that's how you spell it. And they were formed by two brothers, Fred and Danny Fagley. But where's Tweety in all this? I don't know. The cat's chasing him. Anyway, well, another unanswerable question for the ages. Hey, what can I say? I don't have all the answers, but I sure heck can make them up. Anyway, here's the Kutski called I Can See It. Ooh. So plug your lightning cord in the appropriate port. Woo! And pop the volts, baby!
See it by the way you talk. I can feel it, you're falling in love with me. It won't take long to show our love's too strong. It will not end. The summer air, the beautiful sunlit skies have brought the change into your scarlet eyes. I can see it by the way you walk. I can see it by the way you talk. I can feel it, you're falling in love with me. I can see it by the way you walk. I can see it by the way you talk. I can feel it, you're falling in love with me.
You know, is it getting hot in here, or is it just me having a flash? I don't know. All right, now I'm going to do something so sacrilegious in the vinyl community, but goodbye to this saran wrap on here. I'll keep the dopey sticker, which doesn't really tell you much, but you know, just flash. Wow, there we go. Oh, look at that shiny. Ew. Now, I would have to say that that's a congealed recipe of psych jangly folk rock, eh? Now, here's something else that's really cool. This is not an original copy, obviously, but if it was, it would actually be this octognical bognical shape, and it's You can't find them, and if you can, oh, heavy Kronos dollars, and we're not going to go there. You know, folks, that's just not how I play the game. So, let's talk about this a little bit. They banged around San Francisco playing on bills with Quicksilver, The Dead, and Big Brother. You know, and this is like 67. This is hot. This is a high time, baby. They played at the Avalon and the Fillmore. You know, and then there was a few other ancillary places to show up, but those are obviously everybody knows are the key joints. You know, all of a sudden, then they decided to split and go back to Oregoner in '68, and they released Bros, which is what that record is called. This is their soul LP of cranking vapors of thought, man. I mean, this is really a tight LP here. I mean, this is you know, a reissue on the Gherkin Jerkin label. Wait a minute, it's not Gherkin Jerkin, it's this German name that I can never pronounce. Gherkin Jerkin works for me. And it's really good quality. It's got the silver laminate, you know, that I'm sure is going to get trashed, you know, and you're going to get ring wear out the yin-yang, but so what? It was a really inexpensive purchase. Tight, baby, and it's really a gone LP. I'm digging it. And while we're on the subject of brothers, we are? Yeah, we are. Let's dust off a jewel from some American brothers from different mutters called the Walker Brothers. Actually, the band was made up of John Maus, M-A-U-S, and then I say Maus, and that's correct, Noel Scott Engler, and a cat named Gary Lees, and they formed a pop group in '64 in L.A. again. You know, L.A. is just, you know, it was a poppin' place, especially, you know, they all say, well, they don't all say, but I say, and I've heard other people say, L.A. really had the Summer of Love before San Francisco did. And it kind of might be true in a lot of cases. There's a lot of really happening bands. There was the Seeds, you know, and that's the only one that really pops out to me. But, you know, there was a lot going on in LA in '65 and '66, just like things were starting to happen in San Francisco up this San Francisco up this way. But you remember SoCal.
What's your point?
The point? I don't know if I'm making a point. Hey, get on with it, knock it off. All right, I'm just saying. Holy crap, it's deluxes. All right, they split from England Town. No, they split for England Town. See what happens? Watch out, kids. You got to be careful with that drug that I take, and it's caffeine. And my God, stay away from them power drinks. Woo! You don't want to be anywhere near me because, well, I can't even get one of those down because I want to hurl every time. Where am I going? I don't know. I'm lost. I need a freaking roadmap. Anyway, get back to the thing here. They went to England Town in '65, where fame and fortune awaited them. They had multiple top 10 hits there. Imagine that. Here's one from the Dollar Crate that I got. Sweet deal. Called The Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore. So grab a partner and grind out a slow dance, cause nobody puts baby in the corner.
Is a cloak you wear.
That one was a top 20 hit in the U.S. Huh. It came all the way across the pond. And it was a number 2 in Canada. Hey, boys. Shadowy, did you hear that?
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hi, guys.
Okay. Well, let's look at the record. It was on the Smash label. Now, I have looked high and low on the internet, and I can't seem to find this particular cover. If somebody does find it, let me know. I'd like to look at it. Well, there it is. Go figure. But I can't seem to find it. It's not on Discoggers. And even the track listing isn't on Discoggers. But, you know, that is not the end all. I mean, you can go to a lot of other sites and get ripped off. But this was only $1 at the Kratos. Anyway, let's see. These guys were, you know, they're strictly pop. And they were a nice counterpoint to the Beatles in 64 and 65. You know, but here's the deal. You know those English blokes, they dug Dusty Springfield, they dug Petula Clark, Twinkle. Hey, let me tell you what, I've been trying to get one of her records, but they are like weirdo, high priced.
Twinkle?
Yeah, Twinkle. She was a female singer, and she toured with the Stones in 65, and there's also a rumor that she was having a with Brian Jones on tour. Maybe, maybe not. It's up to you to decide, but I don't want her mother to know. Anyway, you know, there was a versatus musicus tapestry of songs coming out of Crumpet Land, you know. England is like, well, they broke Jimi Hendrix. Come on now. I mean, couldn't make it here in the States, but he goes to England and everybody is like, so don't badmouth those Englishmen. I mean, the populace over there has got their finger on the pulses. Oh, this is another one of those off-the-wall selections that creep out of my wax stacks every once in a while. And I've got more flavors than a Crayola box, baby. You know, that's how it goes. I don't let on that I like other stuff that often, but I got them. Okay, hey, you know, you want the spice, you roll the dice. Okay, now as for today's bumper onus du jour, I'll break out the Jolly Time popcorn, cause off scene. This is the movie soundtrack to the 1962 flicker To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peccary and this chick. And I don't mean that in a derogatory term, ladies. It's just where I came from and the time I grew up in. And it means nice in my world. Anyway, this chick, her name was Colin Wilcox. And get this, she was a regular on the original Twilight Zone. Oh, my favorite channel. Now that's some creds in my book. My book. Anyway, hey, don't be static, be erratic, okay? Thanks, gardeners all over the planet. And thanks to all new and old subs alike. You know, the jukebox is always plugged in, so drop me a line. You can always check out the end of the show, but I'll tell you anyway, it's wilbursleftshoe@gmail.com. And hey, you know, just hold back on the hate mail, because, you know, I get enough of that in the mailbox every day. I don't need to go to my computer and dial it up. But anyway, here's the word. Stay the course. Keep being cool. Don't let it get to you. You gotta hang in there. I mean, you know, that's my vibe. It always has been. It always will be. Breathe. Relax. Do something nice for someone every day. You know, don't have to be one of your good friends. It could be somebody walking down the street that's down and out or just needs a smile. Try it out. It ain't gonna hurt. It might give you some muscle tensions if you've been frowning your whole life, but that'll pass. So till the twain shall meet, we are all one. And I say peace, love, and flowers. See you later, Peanut Gallery.
Bye.